If you've ever thought about moving to the Frisco, Texas area or anywhere in the North Dallas suburbs, stay tuned to this video. We're going to talk about everything from the good, the bad, and the ugly about Frisco, Texas. So stay tuned. Hi, my name is Chris.
I'm Angel.
We're owners of the Mickle Team, a real estate team here in the North Dallas suburbs centered around Plano, Allen, Frisco, McKinney, Texas, and anything that borders that. So if you're looking to buy, sell, or invest in real estate, or looking for more information about this area, hey, hit
the subscribe button above.
Pay attention to the video. We'll love to share everything we've got for you. First thing everybody knows about the North Dallas, Texas area is the weather. Obviously, we are in Texas and it gets hot.
It does get very hot, yes, especially folks that are from the north here. It's very hot.
So we do have really mild winters. It'll only fall below freezing maybe once or twice a year, occasionally something a little more. But our summers do tend to be 4 or 5 month long sort of summers. And we'll have temperatures ranging from 90 to 100 degrees with a few that'll eclipse 100. If you've got a pool, you can heat the pool and stretch that year and really get 6-7 months worth of pool time, and so that's really great. If you're looking for the outdoor life, we don't have a lot of rolling hills. We don't have mountains. There is a lake really close. Got a few reservoirs that are man-made dammed up lakes for drinking water and recreation. They're fantastic, and there's one right next to Frisco that borders over. So there's a lot of great boating and outdoor recreation there. And a lot of folks will go visit lakes on the weekends from time to time or have a lake house elsewhere. One of the great things about this area is always been the cost of living, but Frisco is one of the little bit more expensive suburbs in the north. The 2020 median home price in Frisco was $438,000, but in the last month, we're in 2021, as most people know, we've had a steep escalation in housing prices with some of the cost of building things, and the median home price, looking at the last 30 days in Frisco, was $510,000.
I think what makes it so desirable too are the houses are also a little bit newer compared to Plano or Dallas area. So a lot of the out of town people coming in, they prefer something a little bit newer.
Yeah, and there's a lot of value in that. Now, most of those homes are going to be HOA type communities. We get some folks that just don't want HOAs, but there's master plan communities, gated communities. There are some condos and townhouses with amazing walk scores here, and it's one of the few places in the Metroplex you can really go somewhere that's got a great walk score.
Yes. Their downtown area is pretty great. It's pretty cute. So like Christmas time, they have Santa coming from the sky and all that. So they got the ice skating rink and everything. It's beautiful. Yeah,
one great thing about Frisco is that there is always something to do. They've got amazing restaurants to go to. There's always a new one popping up. The amenities of just the stuff around between the shops at Legacy and Legacy West. Grandscape is just over in the Colony. Just so many things going on. 5 pro sports teams. The Frisco Star is there with the practice facility for the Dallas Cowboys, but they also have other professional teams with the Dr. Pepper Stadium and the Rough Riders. Railroad Museum, Indoor Train Museum. There's just an endless array of things to do. Now, the downfall of that, of course, is with all that stuff going on, people from all of the other suburbs are driving into Frisco on a regular basis for work, and that means congestion. Some people would prefer maybe to live in a suburb that was a little bit bordering Frisco, where you can take advantage of all those amenities within about a 20-minute drive, but you're not fighting that congestion every single day. Another one of the downfalls in Frisco is the tolls.
Yes, it's hard to avoid.
The 2 major thoroughfares that go through Frisco would be going north and south, the Dallas North Tollway, and east and west is the 121. So if you have to travel those to go to and from work on a regular basis, you can pretty much just add an extra tax to your regular monthly expenses. And we've seen people and talked to folks that their monthly might be $60 to $200 for a couple that have to drive that regularly and daily, just depending on how far they have to go on that. On the other hand, Frisco's proximity is great to everything.
Yes, definitely. You're about 30 minutes to downtown Dallas. Now people are going north as well. You can go to Prosper. There's some shopping stuff going on up there too. You can go easily to 121 to the airport, about 20 minutes.
The job market in Frisco. Oh my gosh. Wallet Hub named Frisco the #1 place last year in 2020 for mid-sized cities and job growth and development. You've got a number of Fortune 500 companies like Lay's and JCPenney, Toyota, So there's just tons of jobs, but you're also, like we said, so close to everything else with the proximity and how the road system here is so well developed out. Crime rate, very low.
And that's why it makes it more desirable to live here, to live in Frisco.
The school system in Frisco is fantastic. It's one of the things that draws people in. Most people that come into the Metroplex, they ask for a few different places. Frisco is almost always on everybody's list, it seems. And one of the major reasons for that is the jobs, but also the schools. The high school size there is kept a little bit smaller.
The ratio is better.
Ratio's a little stronger. A couple of the suburbs in the area, in contrast, for example, Allen and Plano have really big high schools. And they're among some of the largest high schools in the country, where you've got 4,000 to 7,000 students in a high school. And Frisco keeps their high schools a little bit smaller, with about half of that. Allen, those places have these massive, massive stadiums. Frisco hasn't quite caught on to that bandwagon yet, but I would guess it's going to come real soon. Most people know coming into Texas that we have no state income tax in Texas, and that's really a great bargain. On the other hand, the property taxes in Texas tend to be quite high compared to most of the country. But Frisco is one of the lower ones in the Metroplex for the property tax rate.
Especially when you're on the Denton County side, because it's split into Collin County and then also Denton County.
And you're not paying quite as high a property taxes as some of the other surrounding places, so it does tend to have somewhat of a little bit of an offset for that. City Parks and Recreation, they've got 3 really, really awesome parks there. In addition to that, they've got 16,000 acres of parks and recreation, over 90 miles of hike and bike trails, plenty of outdoor things to do, as long as you're not looking for the mountains and altitude. So hey, thanks for watching everything about Frisco, Texas. If you've got other questions, things that maybe we didn't cover in the video, or things that you'd like to know a little bit more in depth about,
please reach out to us. We'll love to help.
Once again, if you're looking for anything in the North Dallas suburbs of Plano, Allen, Frisco, McKinney, Texas, you're looking to buy, sell, or invest in real estate here, please look us up. In the meantime, thanks for watching.